Everyone wants to know the fastest way to make money with TikTok Shop affiliate. Not the theory, not the recycled advice, not the generic just stay consistent answer. I'm talking about the exact roadmap that I'd follow if everything got wiped tomorrow and I had to start over from zero. No followers, no connections, no audience, and no experience. Just me, my phone, and everything that I've learned after generating over $3 million in GMV myself, helping build an affiliate team that's generated nearly 3 times that, and working with creators like AK who made over $90,000 in profit from posting videos on his phone. If I had to rebuild from scratch in 2026, this is exactly what I would do. And honestly, looking back, it's crazy how different my life looks compared to just a few years ago. When I was 17, my life looked completely different. I was rotating from multiple jobs, blue-collar jobs, working 12 to 14-hour days, constantly exhausted, and doing whatever I could do to make money. Some days I'd wake up before sunrise and get home after dark. I was trading my time for money every single day, and I thought that was just how life worked. Work harder, work longer, make a little more, and repeat. And after all those hours, I still wasn't making anything close to what I wanted to financially. And at the time, I genuinely believed that if you wanted to make serious money, you had to sacrifice your body and work yourself into the ground. That's what everyone around me did. So that's exactly what I thought success looked like. Fast forward to today, and I've watched ordinary people generate more income in a single month through TikTok Shop than I was making in an entire year working those jobs. They're doing it from their bedrooms, from their apartments, from their phones, without clocking in, without working 14-hour shifts, without destroying their bodies. But if there's one thing that I've learned over the last few years, it's this. If I had to start over today, I wouldn't take the same path that I took originally. Years of figuring out mistakes of what actually moves the needle. I've seen what's worth focusing on and what's a complete waste of time. So whether you're starting from complete zero or you've been posting for months without seeing the results you want, this video is going to give you a much clearer roadmap than I had when I first started. Because if I were rebuilding from scratch in 2026, I do things very differently, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you now. And now I'm going to walk you through my complete 2026 blueprint, the exact path that I take going from zero to consistent 5-figure months using everything I've learned to get to this point. So let's get into it. The biggest mistake that I made when I first got started with TikTok Shop, and the same mistake that I see most people make today, is thinking success comes from finding the secret product or posting more videos than everyone else. But that is not how it works. I believe the exact same thing. When I first discovered dropshipping after COVID, I thought the game was simply finding a winning product and outworking everyone else. I'd test product after product, most of them would fail, and I convinced myself that I just needed to test even more. Then I had a realization that completely changed the way I looked at marketing. I wasn't selling products, I wasn't selling transformations. Just think about it. When I was younger, I spent a lot of time doing blue-collar renovation jobs, long days, dirty works, early mornings, and late nights. I was always looking for more ways to make a little extra money, picking up side jobs, hustling whenever I could. And one thing that I noticed was that no one was actually paying for the hammer, the paint, or even the tools. They were paying for the finished result. They were paying for the renovated room. They were paying for the transformation. They were paying for how it made them feel once the job was done. And that's the exact same thing that applies to TikTok Shop. People don't just buy skincare products, they buy clear skin and more confidence. People don't just buy supplements, they buy energy, performance, and feeling better every day. People don't just buy fitness products, they buy the physique and the lifestyle that they want. People don't buy products, they buy the outcome. The moment I understood that psychology, everything changed. My conversion rate skyrocketed because I stopped talking about the product features. I started talking about the result people actually wanted. And that's where most affiliates fail. They're still operating from the mindset of, here's a cool product, go buy it. Meanwhile, the affiliates making serious money, like my creator Ben, who recently made close to $10,000 profit in a single month, understood they're selling a vision, not an item. If I were starting over today, the very first thing I'd focus on is getting this mindset right, because everything else I'm about to show you becomes significantly harder if you don't understand what you're really selling. Once you have the right mindset, you run into the first actual obstacle. You need 5,000 followers before you can access TikTok Shop. When I first got started, this requirement annoyed the hell out of me. I could see all the opportunities sitting right on the other side, but I couldn't access any of it because of a follower count. Most people try to solve this by posting random content and hoping something just sticks to the wall. Others make an even worse mistake by trying to buy fake followers or a fake account, which usually ends up getting their account flagged or banned. If I had to start over in 2026, here's exactly what I do. I choose a content niche that's already proven to grow quickly. Things like movie clips, streamer moments, trending edits, or viral audio compilations. Not because I want to build a long-term brand around that content, but because my immediate goal is unlocking TikTok Shop as quickly as possible. I post 2 to 3 times per day and focus heavily on trending sounds, trending formats, and proven content styles. At this stage, perfection does not matter. Speed matters. I take content that's already performing well, add my own spin to it, and focus on getting the account to 5,000 followers as efficiently as possible. And here's the important distinction most people miss. At this point, I'm not trying to build an affiliate audience, I'm trying to unlock success. Those are two completely different goals. Once I hit 5,000 followers, I wouldn't immediately switch over and start posting affiliate videos. That's another huge mistake that people make. I would slowly distribute from your old content to the new content. Instead, what I'd also do is spend a week training the algorithm. I'd start interacting heavily with content inside the niche that I want to promote. I'd like videos, leave comments, save posts, and engage with creators that are already targeting my ideal audience. This helps TikTok understand exactly who I want my content to be shown to. Most people spend months trying to build the perfect account from day one, but I'd rather unlock TikTok Shop in a couple weeks and start generating revenue while building the brand along the way. Because one thing I've learned in this, you can always pivot your content, but you can't make money from TikTok Shop if you don't have access to TikTok Shop. Once you've got access, this is where most people completely fall apart. They choose products at random, or they simply copy whatever product they see creators promoting. I made the exact same mistake when I first started. I'd see somebody making sales with a supplement and think that looks easy, I can promote that too. Then I post the videos and wonder why theirs got 100,000 while mine barely got 100 or 200 views. The problem wasn't my content, the problem was my product selection. And studying thousands of successful TikTok Shop campaigns, I've eventually built what I call my 6-pillar product framework. Now, every product I promote has to pass all 6 of these pillars before I ever spend time creating content around it, and it's one of the biggest reasons why my conversion rates outperform most affiliates and other agencies. Pillar 1 is appeal. Does the product have a wow factor? Is it visually interesting? Can you build a compelling story or an angle around it? TikTok is a visual platform. If the product is boring to watch, it's going to be extremely difficult to sell. Pillar 2 is the price point. I found the sweet spot is usually $15 to $80. That's low enough for impulse purchases, but high enough to generate meaningful commissions and revenue. Trust me, I promoted cheap products before and learned very quickly that a ton of sales doesn't matter if you're only making pennies. Pillar 3 is established brands. Avoid random dropshipping products with no reviews and no credibility. Work with brands that already have strong customer support, strong reviews, and proven products. Consumers trust them more, and the algorithm tends to favor them more as well. Pillar 4 is market momentum. Any other creators already finding success with the product? Good. Don't focus on being first, focus on being better. I'd rather enter a market that's already proven than spend months trying to create a demand that doesn't exist. Pillar 5 is demographics. The reality is simple. People with disposable income or more money buy more products than people without it. I'd much rather target consumers who can comfortably make impulse purchases than audiences who don't have much spending power. And pillar 6 is commission structure. I typically look for products paying at least 20 to 30% commission, because if a product only pays 10%, the numbers often don't make sense. Your time is valuable, so you need products that reward the effort that you're putting in. Every product that I promote goes through this exact framework, and that's the difference between guessing and making calculated decisions. The difference between hoping something works and having confidence that it will work. But even the best product in the world won't make you money if your content isn't good. And that's where most affiliates hit their next major challenge. Which brings me into the next piece of the puzzle: content mastery. I'll never forget the moment everything finally clicked for me. At that time, I had tested around 10 different products. The first few completely flopped. Honestly, I was starting to think that the whole TikTok Shop opportunity was overhyped, but something told me to keep going. Then I posted a video for the right product. It wasn't even my best piece of content, but ended up hitting over 9 million views and generated me around $1,000 in the very first day. This experience taught me something very important. Viral content isn't about perfection, it's about understanding what makes people stop scrolling and take action. If I had to start from scratch today, I'd focus on mastering 4 key areas. The first is the visual hook. The first few seconds of your video determine everything. Watch time is everything. You need movement, emotion, curiosity, and a reason for someone to keep watching. Don't just hold up a product and say it's amazing. Show a dramatic result. Ask a polarizing question. Reveal something unexpected. Give people a reason to stay. The second is customer avatar alignment. You need to actually look at the type of person who would use that product. People buy from people they relate to. If I'm promoting a fitness supplement, I better look like someone who works out. If you're selling beauty products, your content should appeal to that audience naturally. People trust creators who feel authentic to that niche. The third is storytelling. Almost every winning piece of content follows some version of the same formula: before, after, bridge, show the problem, show the desired result, then show how the product helps bridge the gap between the two. It's simple psychology, but most creators completely overlook it. The fourth is social proof. People want validation before they buy. Reviews, testimonials, user-generated content, expert opinions. Anything that shows other people have already purchased the product and had a positive experience. The more trust you build, the easier the sale becomes. And honestly, these concepts pulled directly from the trainings inside of our agency pay thousands of dollars to access. But here's what most people don't realize: even great content won't save you if your research is terrible. terrible. I learned this lesson the hard way. For a long time, my strategy was basically guesswork. I would throw something at the wall and see if it stuck. I'd find a product, make a video, post it, and hope for the best. That's exactly why most of my content failed. Then I started spending about 30 minutes researching before creating anything, and almost immediately my results exploded. My conversion rates increased dramatically because I finally understood my audience. Here's the exact process that I follow. Step 1 is Amazon reviews. I read both 5-star reviews and the 1-star reviews. The positive reviews tell me what customers love. The negative reviews tell me what objections I need to address. Step 2 is TikTok comments. I look at similar products and study the comment sections. What questions are people asking? What concerns do they have? What language are they using? This gives me the best direct insight into my audience's mindset. Step 3 is customer research. What problems are these people trying to solve? What frustrates them? What keeps them up at night? What outcomes are they really looking for? Remember, people buy transformations, not products. Step 4, competitor analysis. I'm not copying anybody. I'm studying what angles are already resonating and then creating my own version. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. The goal isn't imitation. The goal is understanding. This research process turns random content into strategic content. Instead of guessing what might work, I know exactly what emotions to target, what objections to address, and what messages are most likely to convert. Most people skip this because it isn't exciting. They want to jump straight into the filming. But that 30 minutes of research is often the difference between someone making $100 a month and someone making $100,000 a month. And here's how to scale. Once you start seeing results, that's when the real opportunity begins, and that is scaling up. Going from my first $1,000 online to building a 7-figure agency taught me one major lesson. Scaling isn't about working harder. It's about building leverage. If I were starting over right now, here's exactly what I do. Phase 1 is double down on the winners. Once I find a content format that's working, I create more variations of it. One proven framework can generate profitable content for months, even years. Don't reinvent the wheel every single day. Phase 2, expand your product lines. Once I prove that I can sell one product, I start conversations with the brand about the rest of their catalog. This is where things really start to compound. Phase 3 is you build relationships. This is where most affiliates leave money on the table. The biggest opportunity isn't commissions. It's becoming a strategic partner for brands. When brands trust you, they start offering retainers, exclusive opportunities, early product access, and ad spend behind your content. Phase 4, you build systems. Document everything that works. Create repeatable processes. Track your winning hooks, angles, products, and content frameworks. And that's how you move from random wins to predictable income. Now here's the biggest opportunity that most affiliates make. And before I wrap this video up, I want to talk about this because I believe this is the biggest opportunity in TikTok Shop right now. Most affiliates only focus on commissions. They're chasing a percentage of every single sale. And don't get me wrong, commissions are great, but the real game changer is getting paid brand retainers while still earning commissions on top. Think about it. You create content, earn commissions from sales, and you get paid up front by the brand at the same time. That's how many creators dramatically increase their income without needing millions of views. They don't even have to go viral to make consistent income. And the easiest way to access those opportunities is through a strong agency network. A good agency gives you direct access to brands, creator relationships, deal opportunities, and support systems that are nearly impossible to get on your own. Not only that, but agencies can help with one of the biggest headaches creators deal with: violations, account issues, and platform support. Honestly, a lot of creators join agencies just for the violation assistance alone. Having people in your corner who understand the platform and can help navigate issues can save you a ton of time, headache, and lost income. And that's exactly why me and my partners created Thunderstruck Army. We created a network where creators can come in and get all of this help all in one. And so if that sounds like you, then keep watching this video and stick around to the end. Now, this is the exact process that took me from being a broke kid working multiple jobs to helping clients like Eli generate over $7,000 in profit from his phone. Now, systems beat luck every single time, and here's why I genuinely believe that this is one of the best times ever to get started. Most people think they're too late. They see successful creators and assume the opportunity's already passed. But they're wrong. The platform is evolving. Creators pumping out hundreds of low-quality videos with fake scarcity and fake discount claims are getting filtered out. TikTok is rewarding better content, better storytelling, and better marketers. If you understand customer psychology, social proof, and how to communicate value, you already have a huge advantage. On top of that, the infrastructure is better than it's ever been. And other platforms like Instagram are even following suit. That's because TikTok has made it so payments are smoother, analytics are stronger, brand partnerships are easier to access, and we're still incredibly early. The people who develop real skills now are going to dominate for years. years, maybe even decades. So if I had to start TikTok Shop from scratch in 2026, this is exactly what I do. And look, I'm not gonna tell you it's easy. It takes consistency. It takes effort. It takes learning real marketing skills. But if you're willing to put in the work, I honestly believe this is one of the best opportunities available today. We've had students generate $10,000 months, $20,000 months, $50,000 months, and even up to $100,000 profit months. But that only works if you work. The difference between success and failure usually isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's having the right information with the right people behind you and actually applying it. And if you're actually serious about accelerating your results as a TikTok Shop creator, then check out Thunderstruck Army. That's where I work directly with creators to help them build and scale their TikTok Shop pages. We provide brand relationships, proven systems, creator support, and the resources needed to give you the best chances of success. Whether you decide to do it or get help on your own, the most important thing is simple. Start, pick a product, create a piece of content, put it out into the world, and don't let 2026 become another year where you watch everyone else build a life that you want. The opportunity is here. The only question is whether you're going to take advantage of it or not. Thanks for watching, and if you want to go ahead and join Thunderstruck Army, just click the link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.